How's it going, trainers? Coming at you with a Probopass EX brew today featuring Skarmory and Druddigon as our lead Pokemon. I didn't want to just take Probopass and shove it inside of a Dialga core because I think it's objectively worse than just playing Arceus there. However, in this particular deck, it is a bulky finisher that sets up to close out games for us after we get in some chip shots with Skarmory or hide behind a Druddigon that we can even attach a Rocky Helmet to get damage in on our opponent without spending any energy ourselves. This allows us to frequently go through that one knockout point finish on an EX model that a lot of successful decks in the meta game share. This deck list felt really reasonable and consistent to me. If you enjoy off-meta brews like this one, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you thought this one in particular is sweet, make sure you like today's video so it can reach some more people. For the rest of the day, have fun with everybody's metallic nose in Pokemon. We need more Charizards and less Arceuses. I don't even know about that. I think a really astute thought that I hadn't really thought about that came up in chat the other day was the person said they think we need more good Pokemon abilities on stage 1s and stage 2s. And I think that's such a good thought slash observation because one of the big downsides to playing stage 1s and stage 2s is that you have less utility slots in your deck, right? So like if your stage 1s and stage 2s had more good Pokemon abilities, it makes up for the fact that you're missing other utility cards to play more Pokemon in your deck. Yes, the Pokemon ability on Magnezone, a Magneton is part of the reasons why Magnezone is a stage 2 that sees regular play. Agreed. Nah, I probably want to get Probo set up before I start attacking with Skarmory, yeah? I think the plan is 2 energy here, and then we'll leaf this out and get Skarmory attacking up front. This energy. I was gonna hit my evolutions now. Play around a gamer red carding us a little bit. They have it all. Do they have their stage 2 and their Arceus and their Darkrai? Go Crobat at least. Got that for us. Alright, I'm gonna pull this dork out. Clear through this Druddigon. Are they moving into Darkrai right away? That surprises me. It gives them a knockout point, but this is super aggressive. I guess they hit me for 80 next turn, and they hit me for 60 next turn, and then the Arceus can threaten to finish me. I'm not putting a Rocky Head on here because dealing 20 back doesn't change my breakpoints at all, and I might want to put a cape on this. Lot of damages. Lot of damages. That means we're cooked, gamers. We needed them. I think we needed them to not have the Crobat for a little bit. There is 1 copy of Cyrus in my deck, which would allow Probo, plus Plus that to clear the Drudagon out, yeah? Assuming they don't Cyrus us. We are also dead to a Cyrus next turn. Yeah, we have a line if they don't have it, and we do. So if they brick, we're 25% to get them next turn. One shot, one opportunity. All right, Probo, I believe. I believe, Probo. The man, the myth, the legend, the finger breaker. Let's go, Cyrus. What a gamer. Crunch. The nose, chat. The nose. All right, we have all of our friends assembled. How does the nose light up into Gallade? You deal 90, and they deal 130. They deal 110 back to us. It'll come down to who hits first, mostly. I assume this route is teleporting out. Looking for one of our 4 pieces of equipment next turn, so that way metal arms can get going. A little surprised they didn't put the first energy on Mars Shadow since this needs 2 turns to evolve anyways. Doesn't love a good hat, gamers. All right, there's Probo. We get a point here. They clear this. We put Drudagon up. We put energy on here. Drudagon's pretty good against Gallade. Never goes down in 1 if we're not putting energy on it. I think we're gonna need our other Skarmory this game. I'm gonna need a way to pressure them to get Gallade up before Probopass goes in. Okay, so basically I want my EX to be the second one into the lead spot. We'll play either Drudagon out to play around to Sabrina that these fighting decks typically play. We're looking for Skarmory. Okay, it's our best non-Skarmory draw. Didn't find what you were looking for. Take 2 randoms. Lovely. Energy. Pass. Go ahead and swap in the Skarmory here. Tap him with the metal arm. It's a shame the second Drudagon we played on earlier to play around the Sabrina means we're locked out of opponent in the take here, but I think we've maneuvered this to a win. You could say our opponent's in a rough spot. A rocky spot even, potentially. Allegedly. Okay, so Metal Arms, take our second point. And now if they put Gallade up, they get a knockout, but then my Probopass cracks it for 90. And they already took 20. I guess they could have like double potion or something with it, but it's pretty unlikely that the Stage 1, Stage 2 deck has room for a bunch of sustain cards. Oh shoot. The second Lucario let them get across the finish line? The second Lucario, second Sabrina. So they're doing 130, 150, 170, and then I minus 20. Do I need to put a cape on this Drudagon without an energy on it in order to be able to maneuver Sabrina? But I guess that actually just doesn't matter, right? Because I'm out of copies of Leaf. No, okay, so I'm gonna cape this because it plays around a Giovanni. So again, I'm just trying to think through, okay, which permutations of cards do I have agency to play around and which ones do I not? And I can't beat Lucario second Sabrina, but I can beat Giovanni, so we'll attach our cape in a way that lets us beat Giovanni. Close game here. Hopefully they don't have room for two Sabrinas. A lot of the time these fighting decks do, though. Sweet. Cool game. Looking for a Probopass more than anything here, as well as Poke Tools. So we're gonna Pokeball before we research. Not all heroes wear capes, gamers, but this Skarmory likely does. No reason to put the cape on just yet. We can mask the fact that we have it. And thanks for hanging out, Michael. We've hit this Iridas LB deck a couple of times today. This is probably a pretty bad matchup for this deck, if I had to venture a guess. Our deck is dealing a lot of chip shot damage, so if they have Ericas and Iridas, we're gonna have a real hard time crunching through, I imagine. To be fair, I don't think my chat is unreadable outside of member or sub-only mode because we're big, but we're not that big. We're like a mid-sized stream, all things considered. I'm just far happier on average when I don't have lots of people shouting random stuff at me, many of which don't mean well or are acting in bad faith. Man, I put Probopasses in this deck, right? Assuredly I did, yes. Couple more draws to get to him. Which for reference is a shout out. I feel like I should plug that more frequently. Twitch doesn't give me the option to define subscription prices. But if you're someone that wants to chat, you want to do it for a super nominal cost, there is a 99-cent USD membership available on the YouTube side. Really, I'm really not trying to get rich off of the limited chat option. It's just helps me keep my sanity. Probo, please! Please, Probo, my board, it's dying. There's so many Iridas. Am I putting up Drudagon or Skarmory? I think I'm putting up Skarmory. Skarmory makes it slightly more likely that if we find Probopass for the following turn that we clear the Celebi. Golly. We're also missing both our Rocky helmets in our top 14 cards, which is not stellar. I would have really loved to have one of those to get an extra 20 pointer in. I'm very confused that they keep putting energy on the Leafeon. They've already burned both their Iridas though, right? So they can't split the healing between them? James, buddy, thanks for re-upping that Prime for the second month. Welcome back. Have been beamed. Assuredly, gamers, assuredly. It does exist! Okay, I think I'm gonna try and buy a little bit of time, though. This is a little risky in the face of a Cyrus, potentially, but I think I want to make them kill this so I can get second Probo set up, so they have to get through, like, both of them, ideally. I guess I could have Cyrused and cleared this turn. They do have one more Erica. Well, I mean, if you're gonna Cyrus right away, that's stellar for us. This is a pretty big mistake. That's true, I couldn't have Cyrus last turn because I have the research. This is a pretty big mistake less experienced players make quite frequently in this game, in my experience, is they use their Cyruses early to get a guaranteed knockout point, when in reality, you need to be saving them for, the later turns to get your finishing clear, typically. And obviously, there's some exceptions where using it early can be optimal, but generally speaking, you want to be using it late. We are not out of the woodwork yet here. They could hit us for 50 with this Leafeon while charging 2 energies on the Celebi. And then they could bring the Celebi in with 4 energies the following turn. The good news is I'm guaranteed to have Helmet plus other Probopass here in a minute. Is that thing on Probopass's face some kind of mustache? What else would be under his nose, gamers? What else would be under his dear nose? Potion doesn't do anything, right? It would get me to 130, and with minus 20, the 50 hits still clear beam. Same number of flips. They hopefully don't have second Cyrus to pull this one back up, and then this can ideally go toe-to-toe with Celebi here. Although I suppose there's another Erica lurking in their deck as well still, yeah? They take 20 down to 110. And then we'll go Hat, Energy, Leaf it out. Hit him with this large defensive unit. They have 5 coins, and they need 4 of them to clear Probo here. Ah, rip. Poor Probo. Poor Probo. Oh, wait, and even if they do this, even if they win here, it's only a draw, not a loss, yeah? That's funny. So again, for people that don't know how draws work, the only tiebreaker for a draw is, do players have bench Pokemon? So me having more bench does not mean that I win. It's just a, are there bench Pokemon present check. So the 2 ways you could win the game are getting 3 points and having an empty bench for the opponent. So 3 points versus 4 in this instance does not matter. Even though we technically had more, that's not a tiebreaker. It's just get to 3. And then the other game win condition is, are there Pokemon on the bench? And for yes for both players, then both players have 1 win condition and it's a tie. Melmetal. There's a name I haven't heard in a long time. As I sit here and play the Probopass versus Melmetal matchup, I'm reminded of the dearest YouTube commenter who informed me that ranked wasn't going to change the types of decks you play against in Pokemon Pocket, because you already only play against good meta decks in the existing queue. Just LOL. I'm a little sad Melmetal never panned out. Arguably got worse after the most recent expansion, or after the addition of Dialga to the game. Not a leaf in sight, unfortunately. I'll play Cape Out on the Probo, I think. We'll see if they play around the leaf and evolve here or not, or if they get greedy and try to amass. Yeah, it's smart to play around it. You think the new Gengar can be playable? I think it was incredibly rude for them to release the new Gengar and Toxicroak in the same set where the premier threat can't be impacted by status conditions. One of the more strange card design. I think Pocket's done a very good job in general of leading the metagame in specific directions, but it's really weird to me how many status conditions were in the same set with Arceus. Arceus's can't be impacted by status conditions is such a wildly unnecessary line of text on the card. It's unfortunate we haven't hit our other nose pass to get second Probo building in the back. If they have Cape or Potion, they live another defensive unit hit here. Yes, Arceus would be wholly good still, even without that ability. It just has incidentally nuked an entire subsection of the metagame because it has that text. Perfect summary. Like Ms. Magius, for example, I think is a card that I probably could have like serviceably continued to brew and play around in this metagame if Arceus wasn't the premier, but just like, nope, can't put confusion on it. All right, yep, lovely. You missed the hat lady, me too, me too. I also missed the hat lady. M'lady? M'lady? All right, so Potion on Probo here means that we don't go down to their defensive unit in the back, and then Cyrus as a draw here means that we can fish this Dialga back up, which is nice. I've been loving the Darkberry deck. I got 5 wins with it today. The Darkberry deck is so solid. Are asserting dominance as the superior Probopass deck here this game for sure. And time to break Dialga's fingers, gamers. Probo just like wholly and fully soloing this game with Cape plus Potion. Come to Papa. Yoink. I mostly just mean the video games are good when I say yes. Existential Dread up, 401k down. Buckle in, gamers, it's gonna be a bumpy next few years. Ooh, Darkberry rises. As a Canadian, I agree. I just saw a memo that Canadians that want to be in the United States for more than 30 days are going to have to register with the US government soon. Personally, I think we should maybe make them wear like a letter or something, like maybe a maple syrup leaf over their arms so we know who the Canadians are. You get cooked by this leaf here? What a weird shuffle around here from the opponent. It's a tax-deferred retirement investment. There you go. Sammy Jammers, thank you for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Are pensions still a thing? Very rarely. My wife actually has a pension at the company she works for, but they don't give pensions to new hires anymore. Last rounds of people that will have it. My understanding is a lot of companies, especially in the technology space, don't do pensions anymore because pensions don't help them meaningfully attract tech talent. Because a lot of tech people jump jobs consistently every year, so something that helps them be invested in the company isn't enticing to them. I'm gonna ask who your wife works for. My wife works for a major insurance company. Which narrows it down to one of two options, because there's two major insurance companies that have headquarters where I live. Wait, before doing damage, pluck it. Wow, that's so rude. I was expecting it to clear this with nose pass this turn, but it doesn't take damage from it. Yikes. All right, energy. Crack you for 20. Birdman, thank you for the almost 2 years. Welcome back. You can tell how old my audience skews on average by how active the chat gets whenever retirement discussion comes up. We are very, very much not a Fortnite stream. What's my favorite deck to play currently? Anything with Garchomp. Garchomp is one of my favorite characters in the IP, and his Pokemon Pocket card is really sweet and interesting. I love cards that give me lots of choices, and Garchomp gives me lots of choices. Imagine switching your 90 HP Darkrai up to the active in the face of Probopass chat. Put a little respect on his metal name, huh? First energy advantage, Skarmory, a tool. What more do we need, chat? A nose? A nose. The nose knows. Grass energy shaman. Is this a grass deck, or has Ralph Wiggum assisted our opponent into having an energy type they don't want? Ooh, there's a nose. Nose. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. It's probably not a double nose angle. We'll hold the / bench slot for a Drudagon, potentially. I assume we're going to see these Truffle Shuffle, because with Leafeon's Forest Breath ability, they still get to get attacking next turn. Wait, did they miss their click? They missed their click there, didn't they? Well, that makes this game exceedingly more difficult for them. Whoopsie poopsie. Or are they just charging up Celebi anyways? That's fair. Our deck has a real hard time getting through Erica things. Put the other nose down at this point, I think. Tim, thank you for the 22 months. I'm glad you're enjoying the Pocket stuff. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, they need Erica this turn for Leafeon not to eat it to the nose next turn. Oh, I guess even just a potion will do it with the Shaman Heal. Come on, pass the turn. Pass the turn. Lovely. Feels like we're gonna steal this one, gamers. It's like, feels like we are in a position to steal it. That with that there Cyrus drop. They need 4 coins out of 5 to clear us with the Celebi. And they didn't have a heal for the Shapen last turn, so I assume they need to top deck 1 to be in it. Yeah, Probopass is gonna steal this one. Exactly. Exactly. The nose knows. Attack me. Attack me. Attack me! Attack me! Hit me! Hit me, gamer! Oh, yeah. Okay, so even if they high roll us here and clear Probo, Skarmory... Oh, do I not have a tool? I need to draw a tool. Celebi, high roll. Imagine putting those 2 words in the same sentence. Oh, wait, I already have a tool on Skarmory. No, we're good either way.